real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And welcome to the Consumer Quarterback Show, always helping you win as a consumer, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we got a great lineup for you today. Derek Cobell, Right Way, PA. He's a public adjuster. We're going to talk about the insurance industry, what's happening in real estate, as well as Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial Group, back in studio. We're going to talk about 401ks, IRAs, as well as other some considerations to think about when it comes to your financial plan and investing. Also, we like to feature our real estate listings. We got a couple of new hot listings coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Top real estate team here in Tampa Bay, and also Keller Williams Real Estate nationwide, worldwide. 1 in 4 transactions are completed by a Keller Williams agent. That's complete domination across the board, real estate locally here as well as national and worldwide. So we have a hot listing here at 501 Haben Boulevard, number 803. This one's in Palmetto, Florida. Beautiful property here. I love the view from this 8th floor of this condo building. 501 Haben Boulevard. You're overlooking the marina and the waterway there. Beautiful property, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, flexible space as well. You have 1,543 heated square feet. The kitchen showcases real wood cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. You have sweeping panoramic views extending from the Manatee River to the Riviera Dunes Marina. You have awesome amenities on the building, in the building community as well. Heated pool, climate-controlled storage, under-building parking, putting green, entertainment patio, hurricane impact windows. Great opportunity to own real estate. 501 Haben Boulevard, unit number 803. We've got open houses going on there as well, so you should definitely check that one out. One of our hot listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. We also have a new property listing here at 7300 Southwind Drive in Hudson, Florida. This is a beautiful single-family home. And I love this community as well because it's in the Sea Pines community. You have boat ramp access to the Gulf of Mexico. So bring your boat, enjoy that Florida lifestyle at 7300 Southwind Drive in Hudson. 3 bedrooms, 2-bath, 1726 square feet. And this is a beautiful property. It's got a perfect blend of comfort and luxury in a tranquil setting, nestled in a double lot and an 18 by 30 foot pool as well. You have your own private tiki bar in the backyard as well. You can see all of our listings, Platinum, CoastalElite.com. Make sure you stop by and check out your real estate listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com. All right, quick shout out as well for our Tampa Bay and our restaurant partner, Tampa Bay restaurant partner, Brio Tuscan Grill here at the International Plaza. They have awesome salmon. I had the salmon last week. It was amazing. They have Monday through Friday happy hours as well. More bang for your buck on the food, the drinks as well, $6 martinis, $6 wine, private dining experiences as well. Upstairs, you have an event hall, banquets as well, rehearsal dinners, corporate events, weddings, catering of any size. Brio Tuscan Grill, the Tampa restaurant partner for the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you say hello to Chef Oscar or Joseph, who's the general manager. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and they're going to hook you up with a free water with lemon every time. They're going to take care of you, Mark, over there. Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial. Welcome back.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Doing great, man. Blessed and highly favored. And, you know, I love how the news puts out these different articles, right? It's almost like you read the headline. It's like, let me get that clickbait, and then there's more to the story.
Right, exactly. And I brought an article because people, like you just said, read the title, move on.
Yeah.
All right? And the title reads, there are more 401k millionaires than ever before in 2023. And can you get in too? Is the title. All right.
Interesting.
So I thought maybe we just kind of break down and just read this article together and just kind of talk about it. And so I went through it, and Fidelity and Yahoo Finance wrote this article.
Okay.
All right. And Fidelity reports they got 45 million 401k IRA people, so qualified money. So 45 million accounts.
Wow.
Okay. And it goes on to say that there's numerous factors of why there's so many more millionaires now. Okay. The first thing is including the ability to stick to a savings plan for a long haul. And this is one of the things that I rail against. You know, if you're in it for the long haul, 20, 30, 40 years from now, your life is drastically different 30 years. You may not even make to the long haul.
Right.
Okay. But we're going to talk about saving for the long haul where I say, it's not really about accumulation. It's about passive income today and building that life that you want today, not waiting 30 years for the long haul. You know, so the number one factor is the ability to put in. And then it says increasing balances are based on an ongoing employer and employee contribution. So again, saving for the long haul, putting more money in. This is the reason why, right?
Employee match. Or
you
employer
got it.
match. Yep.
So then it goes on to say, well, what percentage is $1 million? So we got 45 million accounts. There is 378,000 millionaires inside a 401k. If you took that 378,000, and you divide it by your 45 million, 0.0084% chance you're going to be a millionaire in a 401k.
Wow.
0.0084. So if the article read, there is now less than 1% of people in millionaires as a 401k, no one's going to read that.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Because it's crap, So then you kind of keep reading on, and you go, okay, well, when, how old are these people that have $1 million?
Yeah.
All right. 59 years old.
Yeah.
59. So they say the average person is saving, and at 59, you have a 0.0084 chance that you're going to have $1 million in this account.
Wow.
Okay. And then it goes on to say that if you do this for 26 years, 26 years is the magic number, that if you put into this account, you're going to have a 0.0084% chance to become a millionaire inside your 401k. And then it goes on to say, and that's an average of 17.2% a year that you're saving into this account. That's including a 9.2% match from the employer, right? So that's 26% a year going into these accounts for 26 years.
Man,
okay?
Patience. That's patience,
right? My thing is, if you had 26% of your income going anywhere, wouldn't you want that money to be liquid?
Right.
So that you can move on and do other things with it.
Sure.
So when people come to me and say, I have a 401k, I don't understand, and obviously I'm doing more research into this than anybody else, but how could you sell anybody that if you put in this for 26 years and you put away 20% of your income, lock it up where you can't touch it, you're going to have a 0.0084% chance that you'll have $1 million in that account.
Yeah.
And people do it, because it's auto enrolled and everything else. So you think about what they're doing. It's the big government and Wall Street capturing that money.
Right.
Right. And then they get that. So then you go off into retirement, and then it talks about how in retirement, the average withdrawal of a 401k plan is $28,000. So you're going to save for 30 years.
Yeah.
Scrimp, sacrifice, budget, save for the long haul, get there, and you're going to live off $28,000?
Wow.
Taxable.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, taxable.
Taxable.
Wow.
So then if you just take the math and say, let's just use simple math. Let's use 30 years. You're going to work for 30 years. And on average, over that 30 years, you're going to average $100,000 a year, for our example. All right, in that 30-year period. And you're going to save what they said, you got to save 20%. Okay, so 20% is $20,000. So on average, we're going to save $20,000 a year from our salary for that 30 years. Okay? 20,000 times 30 is going to be 600,000. That's what you put into the plan, and now you have $1 million, right, because of the growth.
Yes.
All right, you with me?
Yep.
All that money is taxable to you. So when you withdraw the money at 4%, like the experts say, you're going to withdraw 40,000. You're going to net 30,000 bucks.
Wow.
Okay. If you put that same 20,000 a year for 30 years in the wealth creation account, and you didn't earn $1, let's just say you earned nothing, and you put that in there, you have 600,000, right? Because that's net after tax. That's your money is tax free. Those contracts come with a 7% withdrawal rate via a pension. Okay, so when you start taking the income out, that income lasts forever, unlike the 401k. 7% of 600,000 is 42,000 net. You would net 42,000. Where if you do the 401k, you pull out 40,000, you net 30. If I don't make you $1, you're better off doing the wealth creation account than you ever are putting it into a 401k.
What's the wealth creation
And the
account?
wealth creation account is simply just cash value.
Okay.
So you put money into the cash value, that money stays liquid to you, free from taxation.
Yeah.
You can use it for college planning. You can use it to, I want to do an investment, Airbnb. I want to buy a property.
Yep.
I want to do a business. Along the way, you can do that. You cannot do that with a 401k, because the money's locked up for that 30 years.
Right.
It's going to be taxable. There's a penalty. And the problem is these people that are in these 401ks, if you go and ask them, say, what mutual fund are you in? I don't know.
Right.
I auto enrolled and they put me in that. And you're not stupid by not knowing. It's just that's what's happening.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a list of 15 funds and you automatically roll, and it is what it is. And I put in my 401k, and you got a 0.008% chance that you're going to make it in retirement with that $1 million.
Wow.
So then you look at, let's say when 1989 you started working, okay, at 22 years old. So that's 34 years ago. In 1989, your goal was, if I get to $1 million, I'm going to retire, right? Here we are in 2023. If you got $1 million in your 401k that's taxable to you now, you're not really living, high on the hog like you thought you were.
Different game,
right? 34 years ago.
Yep.
So my point is, and I just have to say, for the whole industry, the finance industry, advisors, Wall Street, shame on us.
Yeah.
Shame on us.
Yep.
For us, for making people go into these plans, locking their money up, having no control over it, no guarantee. There's no ability to take money out without a taxes or penalty. I just met with a couple this morning, and the guy had health problems, and the deductible was so high, and this didn't pay that. They were reaching into their 401ks, pulling the monies out, paying the taxes and the penalty just to pay the health bills.
Wow.
Where if they had the wealth creation account, they could take the money out, free of taxation, free of penalty. They could obviously pay that health debt off. And he still would carry life insurance,
right?
In the event that he were not to make it, because it's not looking good. It's still going to pass to the wife.
It's a much better situation.
Much better situation. But to lock your money up for 30 years and hope and pray that a 0.0084% chance that you're going to make it.
Yeah.
This is why.
Let me ask you this too, Mark. We're talking with Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial Group. He's our financial advisor expert for the show, and I'm Brandon Rhymes. Mark, when you have a situation like a 9/11, the towers getting hit, when you have these big events, doesn't that set the whole market back a lot? So then, we're banking on nothing happening, and we're banking on what are those held in, right?
Correct. So if you're, inside the 401ks are all mutual funds. That's tied to the stock market. What's happening in the Middle East is heartbreaking right now.
Exactly.
It's hard for me to watch it without just being really frustrated and angry over everything. But what's happening is going to affect markets.
Right.
Just like any other war, anything that's happening is going to affect markets. And now all of a sudden, obviously the market's been up this year. If the market goes down, that 0.0084% that they're talking about right now goes to 0.00008% because now everybody's account went down 20, 30%. You're no longer a millionaire on paper.
Because it's on paper.
You got it.
That's exactly right.
And my biggest thing is if you got $1 million sitting on paper and all you can spend is 4%, because that's what quote unquote the experts say you can spend and not run out of money.
Right.
$40,000 taxable is not a lot of money to live in retirement. It's not even it's not a comfortable retirement.
Not in this America.
Absolutely.
Not in this America. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago you were doing it much better. But, yes, what a challenging time for people. Credit card debts off through the roof. Of course, the gas bills are through the roof. Electrical bills through the roof. Grocery bills. So, people, we need some type of a break here. And you got to be smarter with your money. So, that's where we want you reaching out to the show hotline, 727-263-3707. We'll put you in touch with Mark Haye and let him describe, your personal plan to freedom. Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial, 727-263-3707, and of course online at consumerqb.com. When we come back, I want to discuss interest rates as well, because I've got a quote from the chief economist from the Florida Realtor Association talking about the fast rising interest rates, how it's breaking several sectors of the economy. So I want to discuss that more coming up here with Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial Group, on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Follow us online. We'd love to connect with you. Stay connected on social at CQB Show, at Brandon Rhymes 1, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Brandon Rhymes Realty, for more great content like this. We'll be right back. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 727-263-3707. Online at consumerqb.com.
Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams. Buying, selling, investing in real estate, their nationwide Keller Williams network makes them the best team to work with. Sellers, have your property featured live on air, creating multiple offers. Buyers, leverage a unique system that gets your offer accepted, never overlooked. Call or text 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550, or consumerqb.com.
I want to give a special thanks to Satellite Phone Store. They just hooked me up with this beautiful satellite phone, and it's a gorgeous phone. It's a great device. It's a safety device as well. Think about it. If you're out on the boat 40, 50 miles out, maybe you're going hunting or you're going hiking in the woods somewhere, you run out of cell phone service, or who knows, maybe a possible terrorist attack. It's not like our politicians aren't entrenched in all this stuff going on overseas, all over the place, all over the world. Could be a terrorist attack. They could attack the power grid. They could attack the cell phones. Who knows what they're going to attack next. Sat123.com/REQB. Sat for satellite. Sat123.com/REQB, like real estate quarterback.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here in studio with Mark Haye, 21st Century Financial Group. We're going to discuss interest rates and the Federal Reserve here in just a moment. Before we do, we always like to feature our real estate listings live on air, part of our strategy with the Platinum MVP team. Keller Williams Realty, helping our sellers sell faster for more money. 3864 50th Avenue South in St. Petersburg. Pinellas County property, completely renovated home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 2 car garage, 1659 square feet, fully remodeled, including luxury vinyl flooring. Bathrooms have been updated with sleek fixtures and tiled showers. Beautiful flooring. I love the color scheme as well. It's got the lighter colors there, the light, natural light coming in. Beautiful home here. And you're just a block away from the recently renovated Maximo Marina and famous Tiki Docks. 3864 50th Avenue South, St. Petersburg, Florida. Another one of our hot listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. 9749 Little Blue Stem Drive. We got a 2-story home, single-family property here. Owner is motivated. We got 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2334 square feet, fenced-in backyard. The owner's suite is gorgeous. It offers an ensuite with dual vanities, soaking tub, and a separate walk-in shower. Large backyard with a shelter and a sheltered rear porch enclosed by a privacy fence. And the community offers 2 pools. You got a lap pool, a splash pad, miles of trails, and an on-site elementary school. 9749 Little Blue Stem Drive, Lando Lakes, Florida. And you can see all of our real estate listings at PlatinumCoastalElite.com.
Yeah, I'm raising my glass to those saving our ass overseas.
All right, so the economy is slowing. It's there's a lot of challenges. We talk about the challenges for consumers. People are hurting more than ever, and it's interesting. I follow Lawrence Young. He's the chief economist for the Florida Realtor Association, and he put out a message here. It says the fast rising interest rates are breaking several sectors of the economy. The remaining sectors will also likely crack if the rate hikes continue. Given that the inflation rate is already cooling, the Feds need to stop raising rates and strongly consider cutting interest rates next year. That would be the soft landing without the net job cuts to the economy. Your thoughts?
Well, I think that the interest rates are going to have to go up, but here's what we were just talking about. If you can keep money liquid, right, and then when we do this a lot for the clients, to keep money liquid, or even a self-directed IRA. So, for example, we just met with a client. She's retiring, and she's got a bunch of qualified monies. We're going to put some in a traditional IRA. We're going to put some in a self-directed IRA. The reason we're doing a self-directed IRA is she's just having her first grandbaby up in Georgia, only child, wants to be around that kid as much as possible. So she's stressing about in retirement, I'm going to have to pay Airbnb, hotels to be up there. And I say, hold on a second, wait a minute. If we put some of this qualified monies in a self-directed IRA, we can go buy that investment property with your IRA, keep it in the IRA, and then when you're not there, you can rent it, goes back into the IRA, and then that's your investment. Right? So instead of being in a mutual fund you know nothing about, let's go buy that property next to your grandkids so you can go spend 3 months, 6 months. I don't care how long you spend up there. And when you pass, we'll leave that property to the kids and the grandkids, and they can have extra property to have passive income or sell it, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
But why pay for that with the interest rates being so high when we can just use your asset as the investment?
Yeah.
Another reason with these interest rates, you got to get creative, and you know that as a realtor, you got to get creative. Seller finance, owner finance, you could do all kinds of cool things. But if you have liquid money, the opportunities out there right now are outrageous. Meaning, if you have liquid money and they say, okay, if you go to the bank and they're going to charge you 10% on that 30-year mortgage, I'll do it for 9%. You know what I mean? So if you have this wealth creation account that I just keep talking about, put my wealth creation account and leverage it to other things.
Yeah.
And let's say your brother or your dad or whoever, they want to go buy a property or a home and the bank's going to charge them 10%. You go, hey, I'll lend you the money.
Yeah.
But I want 9% on my money. It's 1%. Everybody wins. You know, you don't have to do the loan origination fees and all that stuff. Everybody wins. You know what I mean?
I love that idea.
So all of a sudden you take the cash that you're saving for retirement. Now you're leveraging it, making 9% a year on the money. They go into the home. If they don't pay you, you get the home.
Yeah.
You know, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, interest rates are going up, and I think it's hurting a lot of things. But if you plan properly, you can actually take advantage of all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
you
and
can.
not to mention have accounts that go with interest rates, not against it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you just got, on that scenario, you be careful with the amount of down payment, right? That's the way that you have some funds there. That's what I always kind of caution that with. But, yeah, Mark, it makes a lot of sense, and you want to build that account. And I love the videos you're putting out on your social, too. People should definitely follow your social. What social are you at?
You just go to Mark Haye, MarkHaye, for Instagram, for Facebook. You know, we're trying to cut up a lot of these videos and get them online, you know, for quick 30-second clips here and there, because I know we discuss a lot.
Yeah.
So it's trying to just get 30-second clips out there so people can
bite
can
size.
see it. Yeah, bite size. But this is the stuff that we talk about. You know, it's really important to work with somebody, a planner, and actually have some kind of a plan.
Yep.
And if your plan is, I don't want to wait 30 years to go and do the things I want. I want to do that stuff now. That's why you have a planner like myself to help you do that today. Let's not wait 30, 40 years. Let's do it in 5-7 years.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
and develop that passive income. Keep money liquid and do things that you enjoy, that you love, that you want to help your brother or my dad get a house or my mom, or you could do cool things like that.
The side gig, too. I love the idea of the side gigs. And, you know, with real estate, we have one through Keller Williams called K-Score. You get your license. It's a free online class. And now you can refer real estate deals. Let's say you referred one per quarter. You know, one per quarter, you refer a deal, $300,000 deal. That's a 3% typical commission. You get 25% of that $9,000 as a referral agent. Now you set up a side business. Talk about how you can write things off there,
Got
Mark.
it. So the basic is like what you just said. That's an unbelievable opportunity. There's more opportunities to make money than ever before. You know, right now it's easy to go do something.
Yep.
All right, but bottom line is you got to take your expenses and you want to turn them all into deductions. And if you do that, you're going to have more money.
Yes.
Okay. So instead of paying the electric and the car and the gas and all this stuff and then paying taxes, we're going to shift that into the deductions, come off the gross income, and not tip the IRS anymore.
Yep.
And if you want to really accelerate passive income, that is the first step.
Yep.
Develop some kind of a side hustle, LLC, S Corp. I don't care. We can help you set that up. And then, like you just said, referral business is a great deal.
Yep.
You refer the business, make a couple $1,000 a month. Who cares?
Yep.
The point is, we want to take all your expenses, put them into deductions, so then now you can go take that vacation. And guess what you can do with that vacation? Write it off.
Write it off.
Against your gross income. Why? Because I'm going to go with my family and my wife, in your scenario, we own our business together. We're going to talk about our business. This is going to be our company retreat. We're going to go do this. You know what I mean? And you can write this off legally and ethically. You know, when you work with a tax planner and everything else, you can do all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know, just like this uniform I'm wearing. You know, I spend a lot of money on suits, but guess what? I'm on film. This is what I'm wearing for this.
Exactly.
And I get to write this off.
Yep.
If I didn't have a business, I would have to go pay for this.
Yeah.
Turn around, pay the taxes on the income that I made.
Yeah.
And you get the point. Your passive income accelerates fast.
Right.
With just a little side hustle, like we talk about. You don't need to go off and make millions.
Yep.
It's just making that into deductions.
Tell everybody about your book, too.
Oh, yeah. So I wrote a book published in July, and it's just called 0%. And all it is doing things like we're talking about today to put yourself in a position to be tax-free in retirement. So when the IRS decides or government decides to raise taxes, you will not care because you're in a 0% tax bracket in retirement.
And then we know they're going to raise them, too, don't we?
And then you'll get your Social Security tax-free as well.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
But I appreciate it, Brandon. It's always a pleasure being on here with you.
Yeah, brother. Absolutely, man. Reach out to the show, folks. We'd love to put you in touch with Mark. And it's another great example of the consumer advocacy that we talk about here on a daily with our experts. And it's all different areas of consumer advocacy. Reach out. We'd love to put you in touch with Mark and sit down with him, let him put a plan together. And I love the flexibility of the stories you talked about today. There's flexibility. Oh, you want to live close to the grandkids? Great. We'll buy through an IRA. You're taking advantage of the taxes there. What's the website and social? Where do you want people to?
Yeah, so you can go to my name, MarkHaye. That's Mark Haye. That's Facebook, and then 727-804-7220.
All right, good stuff.
Thank you very much.
ConsumerQB.com as well. You can see links there to all of our expert contributors online. ConsumerQB.com. All right, coming up, Derek Coble in the house, Right Way, PA. We're going to talk about public adjusting and insurance. There's a lot going on in that space right now as well. We'll be right back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. Please make sure to send him all of your real estate deals and subscribe to the Consumer Quarterback Show podcast on